Anticipating the opponent's serve. We need to anticipate two things. What to anticipate? Everyone look, I will casually serve a few for you all now. I will use a hook serve. With a hook serve, I can serve to your forehand. Short serve, I can also serve to your backhand as a long serve. I can change variations within the same placement. Side backspin can also be changed. Side topspin, right? What I mean is, my serve changes in left and right placement, changes in short and long changes in spin to collectively restrict the opponent's state of receiving the serve. Okay, then, when we judge, what should we judge first? First, judge the opponent's serves, left and right because only when we know where the ball is, can we know how to receive this ball? Okay, so judging short or long and left or right placement. Let me teach everyone the method first. Let's talk about short and long first. Because judging short and long is the hardest. Why is it the hardest? If we judge left and right, everyone look. Whether it's on the left, which means these two corners, right? Then when we move laterally, everyone look. Basically, our lateral movement speed is relatively what? Relatively balanced. But everyone, you can observe again. If the opponent serves balls that are both long and short, you will find that when I move forward, it's fairly fast. Have you noticed? But when you move backward, you move backwards slowly. That is, everyone, you usually have a feeling. The short serves from the opponent are relatively easier to receive. But whenever the opponent surprises me with a long serve, I always feel jammed. Isn't this the problem? When everyone is receiving serves caused by moving backwards slowly? So let's first talk about accurately judging short and long. Then you will have an early step forward, or an early step backward. Hey, then your preparation will be very high. So for the opponent's serve, whether it's long or short, how can they serve long or short? Regardless of whether they use a hook serve, or left side spin, or pure backspin, their variation of long and short. If they want to serve this ball onto the table, if they want to have a good success rate, they must serve their first bounce. Well, everyone look, when I serve a short ball, everyone can look at where my first bounce is. That is, the point where it bounces on my own side of the table first. Close to the net. This is a short serve. Now I will serve a long ball. Everyone observe again. Everyone, look at where my first bounce is now. Now, my first bounce. Is it very close to myself? That is to say, whether their first bounce is short or long corresponds to whether the ball they serve is short or long. They match each other. Then many friends will say, what if they make the first bounce close to themselves and still serve a short ball? Can they make the first bounce close to the net and still serve a long ball? I have already demonstrated it for you all now. It's impossible to land it on the table because the wave force is generated for a short serve. What does it rely on? It relies on an instantaneous fast and small braking action. A small braking action. Then what problem will this cause? This ball won't travel forward much. Its forward momentum will be relatively small. So everyone look, if my first bounce is this close to me, and this far from the net, and this ball doesn't travel forward, this is what will happen. This ball won't cross the net. Did you see? Then what if, when I serve a long ball, I place the first bounce close to the net? Everyone look. It will easily go into the net. Why is it easy to go into the net? Because a long serve is a low, flat, and fast process. Then from its bounce point to rising to its highest point, the distance and time it needs will be relatively long. If it's very close to the net, it means before this ball has even risen, before it has reached its highest point, its arc isn't high enough. It will easily fail to cross the net. It will hit the net right as it starts to rise. So it will go into the net. So everyone, when you watch the opponent's serve, I'll teach you two methods. What is the first one? Watch the moment they strike the ball, their way of generating force. If their action is what? Relatively snappy kanjin, which means they break relatively early. Everyone, look, this is a short serve. When the opponent serves, if they have a what? A very strong forward pushing force. Everyone, look, a pushing force indicates that their breaking time will be relatively late. Look, this is a long serve. Did you see? Okay, the second method is the first bounce the streamer just mentioned. If their first bounce is close to the net, this is a short serve. If the first bounce is close to themselves, this is a long serve. Therefore, everyone can use these two methods together to anticipate if the opponent's serve is long or short. This way, when we receive the serve, from the moment we start to move, we will know whether to lean closer to the table in advance, to watch the ball, or to step back in advance, to watch the ball. This way, we can avoid being unable to reach short serves and being jammed by long serves. We just figured out the judgment of short and long. Now we will teach everyone how to judge whether the opponent's serve is left or right. That is this ball served to your backhand short or forehand? Short? Prepare two small objects. Everyone can look. I'll give an example. I'm standing at my forehand position to serve. When I want to serve to your forehand, everyone, look at where my first bounce is. Everyone, look. Let's say I serve a short ball. Where is my first bounce? Everyone, look, I want to serve at a wider angle, okay? This position, right? Okay, I'll place a small object. This is a serve to your forehand. Now I will stand in the exact same position and serve the exact same ball to your backhand. Let's mark where this point is. Did everyone see? There is still a difference in its first bounce. It's just that the first bounce we mentioned for judging short or long, its difference lies in short and long, right? Far and near. Now when we judge the opponent, serve to the left or right position, its difference also lies in left or right. So everyone, you must remember the trajectory of the opponent's serve. It must form a line with 3 points. That is, where the person is serving from. This is the first point, where its first bounce lands. The second point, extending outward along this direction. This is the third point. Hello friends, look, I am here. The first bounce is extending it outwards, it lands right there. That is your forehand. If I make the first bounce land here, look, extending it outwards, this ball is to the backhand. Did everyone see? So everyone doesn't need to worry about this ball. Unable to judge left or right. Based on the opponent's first bounce, you can very accurately know the placement of the opponent's serve. For example, let me give you another example. I serve a long ball to the opponent's forehand. Everyone, look at where my first bounce is. Come on, everyone can take a look. This is my first bounce, where my finger is pointing. I'll serve another one to let everyone confirm. Right? My first bounce is here. Everyone, look at me serving a long ball to your backhand. Come, where is it? Did everyone see? Isn't it here? That is to say, regardless of whether the opponent's serve is long, short, left or right, regardless of length, it will also definitely have this left or right distinction. It's impossible to achieve what? It's impossible for their bounce points, first bounces, to all be the same, but still be able to serve different lengths, different short placements, different left and different right placements. That is unrealistic. Therefore, everyone must rely on the left or right the opponent to similarly judge where this ball will land for you. Now that we've talked about this, some friends might have a question. Many side spin serves from opponent's curve. Just like this. I'll serve an even more curving one. A bit high. But this ball curves a lot. Another one. Very curvy, but many friends say, hey, the opponent's serve curves so much. Will it? Because of. After the first bounce lands, just curve midway? Many friends are asking this question. I'll show everyone. Rest assured. When does this ball start to curve? Everyone can take a look. I'll serve a very spinny side spin. Watch when it starts to curve. All of its curving. Is it always, after it lands on your side of the table, that it begins to curve? Now I will serve to your backhand position. A short hook serve. Then my first bounce, must I serve it towards this position to be able to serve it to your backhand, right? Okay, I'll add a very strong side spin. Everyone look. This ball curves enough, right? The side spin is strong enough, doesn't it also have to accurately land on your backhand side before it starts to curve? It's not like, once I serve it from here, it starts curving your forehand. This is an absolutely unrealistic scenario. You just use the first bounce of the opponent's serve, the left or right position, which can also be understood as this 3 points in a line principle. You can accurately judge the landing point of the opponent's serve, whether it's on your backhand or on your forehand. So since we've already covered this, using the first bounce, judging short or long by how near or far it is, right? Close to the net. This is short, far from the net, close to the body. This is long, right? If the first bounce points towards your forehand, this ball will be on the forehand. If the first bounce points towards your backhand, this ball will be on the backhand. Then what do we need to judge next? The spin of the opponent's serve, taking the hook serve as an example. Side backspin and side topspin, how should they be judged? Many times when we are judging spin, where does the problem lie? The problem lies in me focusing too much on the direction of the opponent's serving motion. That is to say, they think if the opponent's motion goes up, it must be topspin. They think if the opponent's motion chops down, it must be backspin. When I serve side top and side backspin, I'll serve one for you. Everyone try to judge it first. Judge the first one. Everyone watch what I am serving. This is the first one. Here is the second one. I'll serve it one last time. What is the first one? Everyone can look. This is the first one. This is the second one. The correct answer is, what is the first one? The first one is topspin. The second one is backspin. I can receive one to let everyone see. You just place your racket out there. Everyone watch. What kind of spin is this ball exactly? I'll do the first one again. I'll do an exact same one. Did everyone see? With the racket upright, it returns right away upon contact. Then try pushing it. Did everyone see? Didn't this ball just pop right up? Okay, then I will serve the second ball. For the second ball, everyone watch how I serve it. Did everyone see? Where did this ball go? Hey, look, 1, 2. Did you see the spin on this ball? Isn't it a side backspin? At the moment I strike the ball, my racket angle is completely different. This is also the core of reading spin when receiving serves. What should everyone watch when observing the ball? Regarding spin, watch the opponent at the exact moment they strike the ball. The state of their racket angle. Why does their change in racket angle lead to different spin on the ball? Everyone look at the first one, the first topspin I had serve. My racket angle in a relatively upright state. It was quite upright. Everyone watch. Where am I brushing the side of the ball? Right? Everyone watch. Even if I chop down a lot, isn't this ball moving forward? Chop down. Isn't it a forward-moving ball that simply won't come back? Right? Okay. Then how was my second backspin serve executed? Everyone watch the backspin serve. Actually, at the exact moment I strike the ball, my racket angle is very flat. The ball I brush out flatly. Everyone can see. At this moment, isn't it not moving forward anymore? Has it become a side backspin now? Right? I'm showing it openly to everyone see it clearly, right? My motion might be exerting force in the same direction. If I keep the racket upright and chop down, it's a topspin ball. If I keep the racket flat and chop down, then it's a backspin ball. Therefore, our racket angle being upright or flat is changing the part of the ball we contact. At the exact moment of striking, upright contacts the side, flat contacts the bottom. If it contacts the bottom of the ball, it forms a backspin and moves backwards, right? If it brushes the side or even the top side of the ball, this ball will run upwards. So what should everyone watch? You must watch the opponent at the exact moment they strike the ball. The state of their racket angle. Is it flat or is it upright? As for their preparation and their backswing, and after they release the ball, all the movements they make, everyone must try as much as possible not to be influenced by them. Okay, now I will explain to you all why you always get caught by surprise. Getting caught every single time. Why is this? Everyone wants to serve a long ball to you. When I surprise you with a long serve, as your opponent, what is my mindset? My mindset is that from my preparation to my backswing, including my eye contact, I will fully communicate to you that I want to serve you a short one. I want to serve you a short one. But in the end, I hit a long one. Everyone observe what kind of feeling this is. Did everyone see this feeling? Actually, many friends, you feel like, I feel like he didn't use force at the beginning either. So slow and leisurely, the movement is so small. You think it's a short one, boom. I serve a long one, right? Many friends feel, at the beginning, I set up a huge motion, exerted a lot of force, but the resulting ball turns out to be short. So everyone, your problem lies in still focusing too much on the overall movement. Are you getting distracted by the movement again? Do you think if their motion is small, it must be short? Do you think if their motion is big, it must be long? Therefore, has this once again drawn everyone's attention? Drawn it in? Then can we just ignore all of this? Just watch. What? Just watch the moment of striking the ball. Bounce? First bounce is here. No matter how big the motion is, first bounce is at the front. When preparing to watch the ball, absolutely. Do not be fooled by the opponent's backswing motions, including these extra fake motions after the strike. Don't pay attention to them. Don't pay any attention at all. Focus on the opponent's racket angle and at the moment of striking. Flat must be backspin, side backspin. Upright must be side topspin. Now let me teach everyone again how to judge this ball. Is the opponent serving left side spin or right side spin? Two methods. What is the first method? Just watch the opponent's motion. This is also the only thing that can be observed that just by watching the motion. How to look. Everyone watch.